So since you guys liked my video about the stepdaddy love story, I came across a stepmom love story. So, I mean, the story is totally different from the other one that we read together, but it's not that weird, but it's kind of mean. And I'm crying. Why am I crying? Because it's so mean, man. The video is mean. Now, let's take a second to hear the story of good old Harry. I'm not talking about Harry Styles. I'm talking about Harry the wife stealer.
Hello everyone, I'm Harry, 23 years old. My mother died early when I was in junior high school, leaving tremendous pain for both my father and me. Over the years, I could feel the loneliness of my father.
Okay, sad story, right? But what is this? I had to do a double take because I didn't, like, is he mad at the computer? Or, I mean, this is basically what any of my Monday nights look like. Before I show you that crazy story, I want to share something with you today. There's actually an app. It's a game called Raid: Shadow Legends, and I just started playing it. It's an RPG, a role-playing game, and by the way, it's actually free on both mobile and PC. So with that being said, I'm really excited to be working with Raid because I've played RPGs my whole childhood. They've always been my favorite games, and now I can play it on my phone. So in the game, you collect these things called champions, which are essential to battling your opponents. You can either go through campaign, dungeons, faction wars, arena, and there's a clan boss. My personal favorite is campaign. I always like a good campaign, and dungeons are also really fun too. So real quick, I just want to show you a couple of champions that I'm going to open up, and you can open these with the silver that you get right here up top. So let's go ahead and open our shards in the portal right here. So this guy looks badass. He's actually probably the coolest looking guy that I've gotten so far. So then we've got this guy, Vrask. He looks pretty evil. He's actually an epic. And this guy right here is Slasher. I got really excited when I got him because I've been seeing a lot about him. So to get silver in this game, I actually have a little secret for you. If you go to the video description and you click on the special links in the description, if you're a new player, you're gonna get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and 1 free champion, Executioner. So when you do get the app, all that stuff will be waiting for you in your inbox in the top right. So what are you waiting for? Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to your edge in the ongoing tournaments. Compete against the entire raid community while fighting the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, the Almighty Fire Knight, or the Notorious Dragon in order to win awesome rewards and rare artifacts. So if you're interested, make sure you go click the links in the description. Thank you for listening.
I knew my dad has always hoped his son would let him remarry. But with the personality of an immature young boy, I refused to say anything.
Why would he need his son's permission to get remarried? If my kid told me I couldn't remarry somebody, I would be like, what do you mean? I'm gonna do what I want. Are you the person marrying them? No.
When I finally accepted to let him remarry, my father tearfully said, "Darling, you've grown up."
After I let my dad out of jail for not letting him marry anybody.
After the conversation with my dad, I was in a bad mood, so I and my friends went to a bar. My eyes were drawn to a figure dancing on the dance floor. It was a young girl dancing a Latin dance alone. Her body was so sexy.
Damn! Why is this guy like pissing in the martini glass also?
The bell from the small anklet that the girl wore seemed to knock into my heart with every beat.
Why is this dude wearing a sweater in the club? Is that club attire? This is what I wear to the club. Like this, exactly what I'm wearing right now. Maybe I'm just not cool enough to go to one of those clubs. So to skip through some of this, the guy goes back to the bar and he wants to try to find her, but he can never find her, right? So then he's like sad about it because he thought she was cute.
My father finally remarried. He could not hide his joy when he told me on the phone, "She is a good woman. When you come home for this Christmas holiday, you can meet her."
Don't tell me it's the girl from the club. Please. Please.
The day I came home, opening the door for me was a beautiful 22 to 23-year-old girl.
Why didn't he just say she was in her early 20s? I'm too much. I'm sorry. I'm not nice.
Oh my God, it was that girl with the Latin dance. But why did that angel appear in my house and this at-home outfit?
That sentence just doesn't make any sense. And also, you wore that outfit to the club, Harry. She stared at you probably because of how gross your sweater was, and now she's at your house and now she's seeing how gross it is again. She's probably like, oh shit, it's that stupid guy from the club.
I could not understand why such a beautiful young lady would marry my father, an over 50-year-old man.
Well, clearly somebody's pulling more hose than you, Harry. You don't have to be so mean about it. I don't know how my dad is dating this girl. That's kind of mean. He must be a nice guy.
Every morning she would gently knock on my bedroom door and then placed a cup of hot milk on the table.
Hot milk. I don't know. Do you guys like hot milk? All that makes me think of is like hot acid reflux. Ugh. And I just can't. Ugh. Ugh.
That year after graduating, I returned to work at my father's company. My father seemed very satisfied with the present life with a beautiful young woman and a handsome, talented son.
And a handsome, talented son. What is your talent, by the way? Stealing your dad's girls? Making your dad have depression? Not letting your dad remarry?
In the company, many beautiful young women had feelings for me, but I did not like any of them.
I wonder what he told the girls he rejected. Like, did he say, oh, like I really would, but I kind of have this thing for my dad's wife. She's my age, so...
It's time you have a lover, my father said during a meal, and Vanessa followed. That's right. Or maybe with too many girls pursuing, he doesn't know who to choose yet.
You have so many potential lovers that you could have, and you still just want the girl that your dad has. Oh my god, what a... that must be such a hard life.
That night, when she brought me tea, she genuinely asked what my ideal type of girlfriend was. I want to find a beautiful girl who knows how to do a Latin dance. I only met her once, but I couldn't forget her. I suddenly turned around, hugging her tightly. Surprisingly, Vanessa did not protest, and even buried her head deep into my chest. I could feel her tears slowly soaking my chest.
This sounds like a fan fiction. She buried her chest deep in my head. Or, no, she buried her head deep in my chest. Same thing. It's fan fiction. It's the same thing. And his name is Harry. Except it just doesn't have styles at the end. Because it wouldn't be too stylish of Harry to do this.
After a while, she stepped back to the door, her voice trembling. I have a very cute cousin. She is a good match. I will introduce her to you.
Oh, and by the way, she has big boobs like me. So then fast forward, he ends up dating her cousin named Hillary. He thought it was a good cover-up so that he could, spend time with the stepmom so it didn't look as suspicious because he's dating a girl, so, why would he cheat on her, whatever.
I had excuses to get closer to Vanessa without fear of being offensive. When she was in the kitchen alone, I could pretend to get water or fruit for Hillary to go in there and watch her do things. She often blushed and trembled when I bump into her body while walking around in the tiny kitchen. I found it very fun.
How old are they again? In their mid-20s? I forgot for a second, so I got confused for a minute there, so I just wanted to know.
I could not sleep for the whole night until the morning. I kept hearing the sound of the silver bell on her ankle that night in my head.
Simp alert! He's been up her ass for so many months, and all he thinks about is the bell. That one night in the club. It was one night in the club, Harry, just let it go. Come on, man.
I rushed into the bathroom, pouring cold water on myself to stay awake. But when I walked out of the bathroom with only a towel covering my lower body, I was stunned when seeing her coming out from her room in a flimsy nightgown. The curve of her body was visible before my eyes. I hugged her with the strength of a man.
Okay. I mean, I would hope so. What else would you say? I hugged her with the strength of a toddler? He should have said, I hugged her with the strength of a bear. That would make me think of such a good tight hug. So anyways, his dad goes on vacation and they end up sleeping together.
When the morning light appeared, she sat up, slowly dressed. I hugged her from behind and said, I don't want to lose you.
I love how they make him completely jacked. They didn't even just, do the arms or a little bit of chest. They did the legs as well.
Vanessa turned around and smiled, saying, Don't be silly. For me, just one night with you was enough. After this, I will still live happily here. Your father is very kind to me and loves me very much.
Oh, no. No. She said his game was weak. Wow, that's a big insult. She said one night was enough.
When she walked out of the room, I couldn't stop crying because of the feeling of helplessness and loss.
Wow, after all that time you got rejected. After trying to steal your girlfriend's wife, you got rejected, Harry. So then they never end up telling the dad, and the dad says that Harry and his girlfriend Hillary should go to school in Paris. At the end of these animations, they always ask, what they should do. And he was asking, should I go to Paris? Should I tell my dad? What am I supposed to do?
I need some advice before answering my dad. Help me, please.
Who votes with me that he should go to Paris and also tell his dad? Because I vote for both of those things, Harry. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you do want to join me on Raid, the link will be in the description. Make sure you click it, sign up. And my username is itssamcollins. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.